Hey guys, and how's it going? Did a video a while back on the 216. I was showing it had a problem with the Variator, and I was asking you guys what you all thought it was. And what it was doing was you'd push the pedal, and for whatever reason the clutch would hit something in the back. I think the pulley was hitting the fender, and it wouldn't go down any further, and the Variator would just be, it was a mess, to say the least. And had a few of you guys comment on there. Thank you all, everybody that commented on that video. I really appreciate it. But back to this. I started looking at it, what everybody was saying, and everyone is saying the Variator is bad. There was one guy who said that the springs, there's a spring under there that might be bad. And I was sitting there looking at it. It still drives the way it is, but the Variator doesn't work right, and it just doesn't, you don't want to drive it like that. You don't want to ruin it. So put the video up, like I said, and I got a whole bunch of people telling me it's the Variator. Somebody said springs. I was surprised nobody said it was the belts. So what I think we're going to do next is we are going to go on ahead. I've got the Bobcat in here right now. If you guys haven't seen the video that plays in, I'll let you find what video the Bobcat was in. But I've got the Bobcat in here right now, so I thought, well, I can go up front, grab the extensions, bring it back, and we could put this up on the lift and take a look at it. The only problem, I would much rather use the tow motor though, because the tow motor, it's a little bit more sturdy. The Bobcat, not so much. That end, it fumes out the whole place. So I think what we're going to go on ahead and do first is we're going to pop the mower deck off. We're going to get up underneath and we're going to see. I'm starting to think it could be springs, it could be the Variator. We're going to take a look at it and we're going to find out what it is. So I have two junk 200 series. I have one up front and I have one around back. I figured we could bring both them up and we could park them right over here, take a look at them, get the Variator out of this, grab it's a 212 and a 210. One of them is a frame and the other one's still part of a tractor. It's missing a motor. So let me go on ahead. We will bring them around and take a look at them. How easy do you guys think it's going to be to get that Bobcat out of here? Let's find out. Okay, you guys, as you can see, I brought the two tractors in. Before anybody asks me, I'm not 100% sure what happened to this tractor. I guess when it was around back, someone must have thought it'd have been funny to go back here and show me their art skills, which I'm still mad about that. So, well, let's go on ahead and we will take a look at this one. Since this one's already pulled apart, we'll take a look at its variator setup and see what it's got. I think it's got a variator on it. Let me raise this table up a little bit more and then we'll get on it. We'll get a look at it. Brought the Bobcat in and I raised it up a little bit more. It was sticking out the back door some, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. I think it's still got a variator on it. Not mistaken, it should. Okay, let's see here. We may end up having to raise this up here more, but actually, should flip it over. Well, this will be fine. Let's check it. See how this is. No wobble. Oh, I see what the problem is. It's rubbing on this up here. Right? That moves. It's rubbing on something up here. I think it's rubbing on the belt guard. What? That moves, I'm guessing. I mean, I would hope. Let's see. Okay, that one won't move. So what's the deal with you? How do you hook it up? Oh, I see right there. Same as on the 100 series, except for it's got a little bit different of a variator. What do you guys think? Should we take this variator or should we take the variator from that other tractor? I'm thinking we should just pull this one out. How does this come out? That comes in, I guess, and then no springs are on here. No. But we do have to pull the link. There's no linkage. Oh, yeah, there is. I see it. We have to pull the linkage off that variator in order to get it out. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Trying to think of what I want to do right now. This is the parking brake set. This back here goes to what was the brake. Yeah. This here would have to come out. Linkage, we should probably just pull this entire console off of here. It doesn't look like it'd be too hard to do. 7/16 bolt. And this here moves, right? Make sure that this does what it should before I could see it move. So it moved. We'll pull that out. We'll put this back up on its side and then we'll pull the linkage off. This desk moves just too easy. Okay, so how does that? That's the manual PTO. That doesn't have. Oh, this is already unhooked. See, we just have to drop the tranny. Cool. So all we got to do is drop the variator, it appears, and once we drop that variator, there's a. No? Okay, well, go grab the socket. We'll drop the variator. I came out here expecting we'd have to pull the lever off. A little bit bigger. That's nice to know. Brought it over here to the bench. Let's go on ahead and take a look at it. I just got to move a couple things out of here in order for it to want to stay. Because everything's in my way. Let's set this here. Let's see. Variator moves, so that's good. I'd like to grease it, but I can't because if I do, then the belt will slip on it. Let's see. It moves, so that's good. Feels like it gets stuck. That's supposed to be like that, right? I'd put a little bit of grease on it. Well, I don't know if it'd be a good idea or not. Not 100% positive if it's supposed to have that much play in it, so I figured we'd go on ahead and check this tractor. This one has no belt on it. It's just there. Well, it's a little bit stiffer. Okay, this one moves too. So I guess that's normal. Okay. I'm not sure how to judge a bad variator, but I'd have to look it up. I've never had to replace a variator before. This is my first time. And that is our next suspect. So I would say, let's go on ahead, get these two junks out of the way. We'll bring that one up and we'll take a look at it next. So I had a little bit of an idea run through my head last night. And I was sitting there thinking, I was looking at what people have said, take some brake cleaner and spray it inside of there to help clean it up a little bit, or you could even use gas. You could even spray some gasoline in there. And I sat there thinking about it. I almost wonder if I was to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner and run it in there for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Depends on how I put it in there, but if I was to stick it in there, of course, obviously, I'd pull as much of this off here as I can. But I don't know what all, I think I've got it pretty much all pulled apart, but I almost wonder if that would clean this up at all. Put it in the ultrasonic cleaner for 10 or 15 minutes and just see if it cleans it up or not, makes it go a little bit better. And then when it comes out, I could put, well, I may not put anything on it, but we'll see. Let me warm up the ultrasonic cleaner. For anybody wondering, I know someone's going to ask. It's snowing out, so I turned on the sink to try to keep the water lines from freezing. It is 50 degrees in here. I've been opening up the doors on the warm days, but it's an 100-year-old barn. I mean, what do you expect? It holds heat pretty good. It's insulated, but air seeps in through the doors, so we gotta keep it cool. So it is 50 degrees in here right now, it feels nice. compared to outside. It's snowing out. It was 70 the other day. That's Ohio for you. But anyway, so let's go on ahead, fire the ultrasonic cleaner up, let it warm up. We'll drop this in there and see if it does any better. So let me go on ahead and do that. I think I'm just going to go on ahead and drop it in there. It's not going to warm up any more than it already is. So, got a little bit of warmth to it, but not a whole lot. So, it'll. We could honestly just pull this out. Let's see if this will fit. Oh damn. Well, we may have to pull the basket out to get it in there. Maybe. Well, yeah. We gotta pull the basket out. There we go. Now she's in. Is it in far enough where I can shut the lid? Look at that. Looks like my lid's bent. Well, set that up there. Hold it down. Let's go on ahead and just turn it on and let it. We're gonna set it for. You know what? Let's just go 30 minutes. Ready? Currently I have that in there soaking. Let's go on ahead and pull the deck off of here. I'm under here feeling around. Where is this variator? Doesn't even move. Okay, I think I've determined what's wrong with this tractor. The variator, is this too high to get under here? Or? Yeah, the variator wobbles. Here, let me find it. Do you hear it? Can't hear it now, but it won't move. Yeah, this thing, hear it? That's the middle plate. So the variator on this tractor is bad. So we got to pull the variator off, and it's not the easiest job in the world. And of course, my concrete is cold. So I got to lay on the concrete in order to get this out of here. You know, I picked up a rubber mallet, and if I was thinking right now, I would grab my rubber mallet and I'd use it. Okay, went in there and I grabbed my hammer. Mallet, ready? There we go, that was easy. I really like this rubber mallet. It's probably one of the best things I ever decided to buy. It only cost me $2. I got it at Mark's. Okay, there's your brakes. This remind me this tractor is gonna need brakes, but this variator it just does not move. I mean, it would move, but we got to get underneath of it to get that out of there, and this tripod doesn't go much lower than it is. So let me see if I can find a way to get you guys under there so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're underneath the tractor. Well, I am. Now you are. You guys can't even see. But this right here is the variator pulley. You can see this middle in here moves. I hope you guys can see it, but this middle piece moves. There's a pin up here somewhere. I think that's it right there. No. There's a pin. It's probably up here. Most likely we're just gonna have to drop the whole entire assembly. I wish we could just pull this out by itself. That'd be sweet. But you can see this doesn't move and it's stuck. Getting up here trying to find stuff. I don't think. I'm gonna have to pull the battery tray out, which is something I didn't want to do, but most likely what's this actually? Hold on a minute. You know what? Ha! Actually, I think if this was to come out, if that was to come out, where does that go? That goes to here, right? No. Where is the lever? There it is, right there. So if this was to come off, that'd be disconnected, right? Let's go take a look on this other tractor fast. So on the 216, this is that one that we was looking at right here. This comes in from the input from this clutch. So if we pull this pin out on there, we pull that pin out, and there's one that goes up to the top. We pull them out, we should be able to get it out without removing it from removing the engine. Most likely we're gonna have to remove it from the tractor, the engine, but well, how far back does this go? There's a pulley, there's a little pin. Does this even have it? Yeah, right there I can see it. That goes down in there. And it hooks up to that. I don't know if I could reach in there or not. I hate to pull the battery tray out to get it, but we might have to. I don't know if we'd necessarily have to pull the motor out. We could, you know what? Do these panels come off? No, we couldn't do that because of the Variator. Okay, well, let me get under there. I'm not going to film this part. We got 10 minutes left on the crock pot. I'm just going to go on ahead and get this done. I know you guys probably don't want to sit there and watch me cuss and swear at it, so I wish I had it up on the forklift. That'd be nice. So I'm going to go on ahead and get under here and do that, and then when I get all this done, I'll come back. So I'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead, or the timer just stopped. Seems like soup is done. Let's go on ahead and we'll get this out of here, and we'll see how it turned out. Ready? There we go. It's a lot easier, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Uh-oh. There we go. Moves a lot easier, I'll tell you that. Although, this has some slack to it also. Take this up front. Let me take this up front, I'll wipe it down, and then clean it up real good. Figured I'd give you a little bit of an update on the 216. I haven't quite got the Variator out of it yet. I'm going to pull the battery tray out, and we're going to see if we can get it that way. But just an update on it for you guys. So I'm still working on it. I've almost got it, but I got to take another look at it and figure it out. So I'll let you know when I get it. Figured I'd go on ahead and bring the camera back out. Let's just go on ahead and pull the battery tray out. I can't get at it from underneath and I'm starting to lose patience. After 2 hours of cussing, throwing wrenches, and yelling, I finally got it out. It's pretty bad and it's pretty stiff, so I'd say it was about ready to be replaced. We'll take it over to the bench after I get the new one put in. Once we get this new one put in, we'll take it and try it out a little bit, see if it works right now. One thing that I like to do, since I got the pin for the variator out, I'll take it and wire wheel it down, clean it up a little bit, and then sometimes I'll take oil and I'll put it on there and then I'll wipe it off to give it a little bit of slippage. Then I'll put some grease on it and then I'll put it in there. That's usually what I like to do to keep these from rusting out and being a pain in the ass to get out next time. So just a little bit of advice. Got the variator installed back in the tractor. There really wasn't much to show because I was just underneath of it and up above it. You really couldn't see much, so I just didn't film it. So now we got to put the battery tray back in. I'm checking to make sure everything's hooked back up right, and everything seems to be so far. So we're going to go on ahead and put the battery tray back in, and then, hell, once the battery tray's back in, we should be good to go. Went underneath of it and I put that spring on it. Let's go on ahead and get this thing off the ramps and see just how it does. Not how it does, but just getting off the ramps, and then we can be completely honest with you. I probably should have been sitting on it when it started, so that I could hold the brake, but that's fine. Now I gotta get the other ramp. Belts are hooked up, springs on it. Haven't tested it yet. I'm hoping it works. Up next, we're going to be adjusting the variator. No telling how that's going to go, but we'll see. So the way to adjust your variator, it's actually very simple. This one under here is your variator. This one over here holds your variator in place. So what you do is you take a socket. I probably have too big of it. Little bit of a recap on what we just did because the camera died and I'm not 100% sure where it died at. So this right here is our variator lever. We want to have it 2 notches away from here, from the front. And I think it's 5 away from the back, if I'm correct. This bolt right here is the one that we loosen. You don't want to loosen it very much. You just want to loosen it enough to get. You just want to loosen it just enough so you can move it easily. You don't want to pull it out. And once you get that loosened, you're going to pull your spark plug boot off and you're going to crank the motor. You do not want it to start while you're cranking it. So let me do that. We'll crank it until that clutch pedal comes up all the way. Now as you can see, it is all the way up. Well, it's not all the way up. You have to go up a little bit further, but we're going to spin it over and it's going to go up. Ready? And as you can see, it just stopped. So now we're going to tighten that same bolt down all the way down until it is tight. Okay? See, like right there. Now it's tight. You don't want it to come loose. Now we'll put our little green cover back over it. Once the green cover's over it, you're all set. There we go. So now let's go on ahead. I'm gonna get all this stuff off my seat. I'm gonna sit down on it. Another thing I do not recommend is driving it by the starter. But for my circumstance, it won't hurt it. For my circumstance, I don't really have a choice because I really want to see if this variator that I put in here works. So let's go on ahead, try it out and see how it does. I filmed 3 videos in one day today, so it's kind of hard to keep track on what video I'm on, but for the most part I'm doing pretty good. So let's go on ahead. The way to test it is you pull your variator back all the way back as close to the seat like this. Okay. And if you can drive your tractor with the variator back all the way, that means your variator is set good. And I can push it, as you can see, so now it actually works. I can put it all the way, I'm not going to do it, but I can put it all the way forwards, and it'll work. Let's see if it decides it wants to start. Ready? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it's bone dry. Now I don't recommend doing this, but I'm gonna do it because I can easily replace, I can replace the starter. There's, the one on this tractor is already kind of going out anyway. But anyway, so variator's pulled back all the way. I can still push on this and it'll move. You guys ready to see if it'll work? Ready? Awesome, it works. Now I didn't go very far with it like that because I don't want to damage it or ruin it. But, now our variator works. So I'm going to show you guys on the junk one because I know you're probably wondering, John, how does it work? I'm going to show you guys how it works on that other tractor. And then also I got this parts tractor here I can demonstrate on. Hell, that one too. So I'm going to try to keep it as simple as I can. This is the old variator out of the 216. The way it works is this right here. This hooks up to your clutch pedal, okay? There's a little pin that goes through here and then a little, one of them, I'd call them J-hooks. And then this right here hooks up to a spring. This spring goes back to part of the frame. You tighten or loosen that spring, and as you put tension, that spring will pull on this and it'll put tension on here, okay? You push it with the clutch pedal, but the spring does most of the work, and if your spring is worn out, you'll be able to tell. So, the way this works is this slides, okay? This is supposed to slide. When you pull the variator, it'll move. This brings out your belts or takes them in. This would be out, this would be in. This is a variable speed drive, okay? And then you put, the belt goes in, this one I'm pretty sure, this one up here goes to the motor, this one here goes to the transmission, okay? So, this one to the transmission, the belt is all the way in, meaning it's got less turn, so it's going to go a little bit slower. This is going to go a little bit faster because this is, no, I have that wrong. This is going to spin slower. This is going to go just a little hair faster. Then when the belt all the way over here is out, this is going to go slow, this is going to go faster. It's a system. This goes up to your variator lever right here. This right here bolts into your frame. This is what holds the variator in. This is the way it's supposed to go. Actually, this is the way it's supposed to go if you're looking at it from this way. Okay. This right here is that adjustment I was talking about. You turn this assembly moves. Well, correction, this moves. This in here is a big oval, okay? There's an oval inside of here. Then this goes to the other side. There's an oval, so this can move without this interfering. This goes up to the variator lever, and as this moves, and the spring is getting tension, this is going up. And once it goes up as far as it can, you tighten this down and you keep that adjustment. It won't go anywhere, okay? That's pretty much how it works. It's, I could explain it better if I was showing you one on a tractor, but I don't have one on a tractor that I can flip over and completely show you everything. I could do that with the 216, but I don't want to flip it over. I don't want to scratch up the paint or anything like that. So that's how it works for anybody wondering. This is a variator. This is junk. You can see this moves, but it has a wobble to it. So this is no good. That's how you know if your part is no good. Now, when I first pulled it off here, this was stiff. And it likes to stiffen up sometimes. It'll move. Some other times it won't. See, this is what it was doing right here. Is it was going like that. Once it got into a position it wanted to be in and it didn't want to move, it would stay like that whether you had the variator pulled back all the way or not. Now, when you pulled the variator back all the way, the belt would be loose and it wouldn't be spinning. It would be spinning, but the belt wouldn't be. And when you put the variator down all the way, like I showed in the video that I did, I'll put that clip right here. The way that worked is this right here, one of these was closed all the way and I pulled the variator back all the way and it wouldn't drive at all. So that's how that works. This right here is a part out 210 I have. This right here is what I was talking about, where that one that has two flaps in it hooks up. This goes to the clutch pedal. As you can see, there is no clutch pedal on here, but that's the clutch pedal piece. And that spring hooks up to here and goes to this, I think it's this plate right here. This hole is where this spring runs. You can tighten or loosen the spring with whatever you want to do. And then that one, what do I call that? The little C-shaped thing goes up here, hooks up to the variator lever, which is on that side. Hooks up to the variator lever. You pull the variator lever back. As you guys saw that on the 216, I think you saw it on the 216. That's how that works. It's simple, it's self-explanatory, but it's hard to explain. I don't know why. I could sit there and I could build a variator, but I just couldn't explain how it works. I don't know why, but I struggle with that. So I think up next we need to do a little bit of variator work on the 73. It doesn't need much. It just needs a new spring. That's about it. So I think with that, we're going to go on ahead and close this video out. There's a 216. I want to thank you guys. I really want to thank you guys for watching my videos. You know, we are almost at 100 subscribers. Last time I looked, we were at 70. And it's so hard to believe that this little channel I started about a year ago is almost at 100 subscribers. I honestly never thought I would get this far. I was excited over 50. You guys should have seen how pumped I was when I hit 50 subscribers. Wow, that was probably one of the best moments I've had so far on YouTube, and I really want to thank you guys for actually watching. Now, I know a lot of people don't watch these videos. I get 10 or 12 views on them at most. But to know that people are actually sitting down and watching this, and they're actually sitting down and watching this, it's a good feeling, to be honest with you. It's a really good feeling to know that I might be entertaining people or I might be pissing people off, which I hope is not the case. I really hope I'm entertaining you guys. Like I said, I really want to thank you guys for watching my videos. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. And let's start doing some commenting. Also, do some commenting on the videos. Just tell me what you guys want to see more. What you want to see more of. Do you want to see more tractors or more Can We Fix It videos like I did with the rototillers and the push mower? Let me know what you guys want to see. I don't want to do stuff that you guys don't want to see and end up being one of those people that just upload stuff nobody wants to see. Let me know what you guys want to see. And if you want to see Can We Fix It videos, then I'll put up Can We Fix It videos. If you want to see tractors, I'll put up videos of the tractors. So, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.